let's say that you are like the president of a country, okay? It's a democratically elected country. It's not the United States. Maybe, I don't know, we'll call it Spain. Something like that. No, not Spain. Spain's got too much shit going on. Maybe like Denmark or something, okay? Now, there's a problem in a neighboring country that the neighboring country that is starting to cut in onto your main export business. Your main export business is of your country. You manufacture special wool sweaters out of this special wool, this special kind of sheep that grows in your country. The neighboring country has gotten a bunch of those kind of sheeps and is starting to really cut into your business. Your manufacturers are clamoring for a solution. President Anthony, they say in their heavily Denmarkian accents, we need your help. Our Denmark sheep wool sweaters, their price is plummeting. We're losing money. What should we do? What do you think? What do you think you'd do as president? Oh, wait, hold on a second. I got you muted because I was getting a lot of background noise for you. There, go ahead.
So the president of Denmark was giving me, so I'm not president of Denmark, and the neighboring country, whatever it is cutting into our prize sheep, that is cutting into our manufacturers and then therefore ruining our export business and are losing money. Am I correct?
People are starting to lose their jobs. Things looking grim in the sweater manufacturing industry, and while it's not your only industry, you're pretty well diversified. It's a big industry in your country.
What would I do? Well, the first thing I would probably do is contact the neighboring country and ask why, or even try to form an agreement with them on
It's me, Belgium. Hi, it's me. It's me, President Belgium. What's going on? What's going on there, Denmark? You got a problem with that sweater making?
Yes, you are cutting in onto our sheep resources.
Well, obviously you were charging too much for your sweaters. Our sweaters are selling like hotcakes.
Okay, well, if the president of Belgium were to react in such a manner, and try to probably even though it was the sheep from their grasp. Somehow the sheep are getting bred, and then they're getting into the grasp of the Belgians, right? So we would take that, we would remove that source, breed much more of our own, and then try our best to,
how are you going to take away the Belgian resource?
It depends on what it is.
It's sheep. They already own the sheep. They got some breeding stock. They bred up a lot of those special Denmarkian sheep, and they call them new and improved Belgium version Denmark sheep.
How are they getting the sheep, though?
Well, they made some deals with some border farmers who had the sheep. They came in the dead of night and they bought up large stocks of those sheep from needy farmers, providing them necessary funds for them to live happily.
Well, we would either try to, I guess, I don't know, there's got to be a way to get the sheep out of their grasp, or find a way to make an agreement with Belgium to satisfy their needs other than stealing our sheep, because that's just not going to happen. That's my sheep.
We didn't steal your sheep. We didn't steal it. We bought it from your people, okay? And our Belgian fingers are grasping onto your sheep very firmly, okay? We're going to be able to get them out of our grasp. What do you think? What are you going to tell Mr. Representative of the sweater industry?
How about instead we keep some? So we breed. So we cut the sheep half and half. We keep some of the sheep to ourselves away from the border, and then we breed them in such a way that is the way we're doing it that is benefiting us. And then we give the sheep that are going to the border farmers. We breed them in such a way that it will not benefit the Belgians, so that way they won't feel the need to take our sheep anymore. And then we have a good amount, we have a good abundance of sheep in our grass that we can start resending again once the Belgians go away.
So what you want to do then is you want to insert into the border sheep some sort of aggressively mutating gene that is dominant and causes the whole population of sheep within the Belgian population to have this horrible gene, and then keep that sheep away from your own sheep, huh?
Yeah, basically.
That's a pretty good idea. But okay, so the guy comes back after implementing your plan and says, "Okay, we cut all the sheep in half. Now what?"
So the dude who's the other Belgian dude who's coming to reproach me says, "We cut the sheep in half."
It turns out he misunderstood your instructions. He cut them all in half. They're all dead.
Oh, literally cut them in half.
Because you said cut the sheep in half.
So now there's no sheep anymore.
Yeah. So now all you have to do is invade Belgium.
Okay, so now we have to invade Belgium?
I think it's the best thing to do.
First, I'm going to pull up a map.
Hold on. Hi, ESTPS. We're getting a lot of background noise from you. Can you mute? Yeah, well, I'm going to mute you. But, yeah, never mind. I'll mute you. You muted. I see. Okay, so...
Well, I mean, they're pretty... And they're pretty like far away from one another.
Belgium and Denmark are they?
I suppose.
Are there any countries between them? I thought they were border countries.
Were they?
Let's see. Idea. I just thought, they sound like they're close together.
No, they're like they're connected by like Germany. So if you want to get to Belgium without like going through the Atlantic Ocean, you got to go through Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's not a thin strip of Belgium that touches.
If I can pretend that Germany is Belgium, though,
okay,
then we can finish it.
What happened? Let's pretend this. Everything's the same, except about 10 years ago, Belgium took over a thin strip of Germany, just long enough to connect them to Denmark.
Okay.
And that's where these farmers are making the exchange. So one now possibility is you could, in theory, try to help Germany take back that thin strip of Germany, and then that would solve the problem of beef for going forward. But then you still have the Belgians. The Belgians would still have your special sheep, of course.
Germany is of course a big country, right? So obviously Belgium had, and definitely not enough to overpower Germany to even take a thin strip of land from them. So of course Belgium must have had some sort of resource that in there they made some sort of deal with Germany to take that strip of land to create it.
Actually, what happened was one night, like the whole population of Belgium, they ran into Germany and started building a wall that is, they stand basically back to back. The Belgians building a wall all the way across Germany, extending Belgium. But the problem is the thin strip is so thin you can only walk single file down it. You can't take a car or anything.
How are they importing and exporting the sheep? So if they're doing that, then they're smart. They have to go through the Atlantic Ocean.
No. They walk across this part of Belgium that extends across Germany. Of course. What else would they do? They're shepherds. They're shepherds. They're herding sheep. You can't herd sheep across the Atlantic Ocean, Anthony. Duh.
Sure you can. If you could herd them across a thin strip of land on a wall, you can herd them across the Atlantic Ocean any day.
Listen, there are sections along this strip which are larger, where it spans out with a little bit of pasture for sheep to graze. That's why they're able to do it. In fact, it's got a bit of a moving conveyor belt moving sidewalk, the whole length of Germany, in order to help facilitate the sheep being moved from one place to another. It's the world's longest moving sidewalk.
Gotcha. So where am I at again? What am I trying to do?
I believe you've been asked by your people to try to come up with a longer moving sidewalk than the Belgians. They say,
we're still trying to that strip. So we're still trying to take over that strip so we can, because that's the only way they can do it. Well, then if the strip is so thin, then we can probably just build another wall to block it to create the Belgium, especially if that's the only strip they have. Or else they would have to re-invade Germany and create more strips of land to be really inefficient for them. Therefore, we can, like, during that time for doing that, we can have the sheep being rebred in our favor. And
but
we can still do this.
There's an instance of jellyfish in your ocean
we'll probably understand. And he can actually mutate the sheep correctly, so that therefore Belgians have no way to win, or the Belgians have no way to win. And Denmark is sheep abundant, and we have a surplus of sheep, and now we can make all the sweaters that we want to.
Okay, your plan's working. When the Belgian president comes here, he says, "Listen, I haven't told you this, but my people, we have an addiction to mutton, and if we don't keep our sheep, we'll all die." He tells you that he needs you to please be merciful, that they have developed an addiction to the flesh of these sheep. And a physical addiction is so powerful that if they stop eating it, they'll die.
Well, we're obviously not gaining anything from Belgium anyways. They're just taking our sheep. So why do we care about the Belgians?
Hey, some of our Belgian singers are amongst your most popular musical acts.
Yeah.
Says the Belgian president to you. That's a tough one. Oh, did I mention? I did, but I don't think you heard me. Meanwhile, as you're musing on this problem, your administrator comes in and brushes and says, President, we've got a problem. Our nation's lakes, oceans, and riverways are being filled with jellyfish. What do we do?
Well, we can either find, I'm sure that there are some jellyfish that are edible in a way, so we can find a way to wean them. We can create sheep flesh rehab centers on that of the land that connects through Germany between Belgium and Denmark. And in the meantime, we can use the abundance of jellyfish in the ocean that's right near us, the edible kind, and the not edible kind, because less Belgium equals less sheep takers, to get them away.
Less Belgium does equal less sheep takers. What a bumper sticker that says, less Belgium equals less sheep takers.
Yes.
That'd be an excellent bumper sticker.
See, you're missing, like, why do we, as Denmarkians, or whatever you call them, care about the Belgians? They're not doing anything for us besides the musical acts, which we have already learned we can make our own.
That's not the only thing, Anthony. Where do you think you get all your Belgian waffles from? Belgium, of course. Belgium,
That's like saying that we get all the pizza here in America from Italy.
No, because pizza's not called Italy pizza. But Belgian waffles are called Belgian waffles.
Well, what about Mexican taco stands here in America?
A taco, a Mexican taco. But every time someone says the word waffle, they put the word Belgian in front of it.
You just said waffle without
every single time.
You just said waffle without putting Belgium in front of it.
I retroactively put Belgium in front of it. Did you know you could do that?
I mean, obviously the Belgian waffle recipe is attainable if they really need our sheep so badly, so we can give them a little bit of sheep in return for it.
Okay, it may be attainable, you think that, but one of the ingredients is a native Belgian has to make it.
For us, it's not a Belgian waffle.
Right.
Well, then we can have like the great value version of Belgian waffles and be satisfied with that.
I mean, everybody in Denmark really, really loves authentic Belgian waffles.
We have to make sacrifices. I mean, we're taking. Okay, now we have to decide what we want to prioritize more: the Belgian waffles or the sweaters.
Okay, now to complicate matters, you're hearing rumors of a Belgian waffle coup. So some members of the military are really, really up in arms by the lack of Belgian waffles. Do you want to execute those stirrings of coup, or do you want to just let it see how it develops? You could take them, charge them with treason, and execute them if you want. I really like those Belgian waffles.
Look, there's a way to get around
You hear them say. What?
What do the Germans think of this whole debacle?
They're hoping to profit off of it. What they're referring to it now is the Belgian waffle war. Okay, I'm going to go inside now, Anthony. Nice chatting with you. I'm going to go with Cameron. Cameron, wait a minute. Hold on.
Why did you ask this question?
I just felt like asking you questions. It seemed fun. I don't know. Have a pleasant evening. Don't forget to eat plenty of tea.